Whoa, Blue, welcome on in. We are going to start our sponsored stream of Slay the Princess. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Hello, Sith. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Rufin. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I can fix her, right? Oh, so we got options. The end of the world? What are you talking about? You know what? I'm gonna go with what I would answer.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right? Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the
Well, there's
short
multiple
path to the
endings.
cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Oh?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this.
How's
right?
the audio?
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses,
Yeah,
not
let me-
slay them.
Crank it just a bit.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin. I love the art style of the game.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor.
Oh wait,
and
we could
walls are
save. Oh
painted
yeah,
in
we
a
could
fine
save
layer
scum, so we
of
don't have to
dust.
start multiple
The
new
only
games.
furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh yeah, I know how to play visual novels still.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If
I love the
princess really
narrative.
lives
Holy
here,
shit.
slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Sounds like a waifu.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I choose Smash.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down
No,
here
I choose
forever.
Smash first.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist,
Wait,
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
that's kinky.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Exactly.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Okay.
Oh, we got so many options. Let's start with, what is her name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
Red flag?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
I at least deserve to know your name if I'm gonna save you.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
How is that
Okay,
hardly?
but actually, what has she been eating?
Yeah, what has she
She
been
has
eating
to
if
eat,
she's been
right?
locked down here all? Rats.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
God, I love the art.
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
But I want to smash. Well, Yeah, what are you gonna do if I
The
let you out?
princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Someone's misleading me.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Fair point.
It's not like you'd believe me. Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Fair.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Which is fair.
I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
To be fair, I am one who has chosen to burn the world multiple times while playing Elden Ring. So...
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
We'll do one where we let her out. There's multiple endings to explore.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here
Okay, I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock slide. Is someone else here? Your shouts and plead. I'll repeat. You try the door, but it's locked from the... You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade.
I could have cut her arm off and let her go.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Alright, we're gonna go back. Haha, the power of time travel.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be... The door to the basement... Don't let it...
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes.
What was with the ada
There's
voice
a heavy
there?
chain around her wrist.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Oh.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's
I
been.
want to
Just
smash even
drop
more.
the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare.
Chat, help. Chat, help.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I'm kind of at a loss now. Let's see what we'll do.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Oh, she's so bitchy.
Note the lack of detail.
Too long.
Again, she offers.
Do you?
God damn.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Smash.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable
What about
of
the other
ending
innocent
world,
princess?
then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
You walk up to the chains, but they're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever lo-
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be. You attempt to make your way out. Is someone else here? You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here. The knife. Pick it up and cut.
You won't like what happens if you.
Yeah, we're gonna save. Save, save, save.
Against your better judgment,
Smooth.
you place the blade against the princess's arm.
Look at how mad
just
the
above
narrator's
the
getting.
massive, unyielding chain.
Those eyes.
You cut into her flesh.
But the other princess was so sweet. This one's so cold.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the
Smash.
princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, as the princess approaches the bottom stair. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Oh wait, I'm a monster.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Wait, I have claws. How the fuck is a door gonna stop me?
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Oh!
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
This is the end, isn't it?
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Wait. Chapter 2?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you... A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Okay, this is gonna divulge into like some sort of eldritch.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. I'm not so sure running away is the best idea. We're not the only person stuck here. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I'm just gonna... I'm gonna lie and say, yes I do. I definitely know where I'm going.
That, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange.
Oh,
Looks
you
like this
bastard
path
narrator. So this is a
also
fight between the
leads to
narrator.
cabin. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yes, I
It's
am.
remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already... But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. What's going on? Where are we? Did we do this? Is this the end of the world? Was there ever even a world to end?
Physical matter replaced by textured nothingness is quiet. There's distant rumbling, sound of many sounds. Some dilations pulse louder. Something other comes close. Ew. Healers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Eee. Frustration, this vessel is full of you. I need something empty so I can crawl inside of. Oh. Oh no. Ah. As a proper VN player, what you do is you save. And then you pick both options. Like so. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new.
You're on a path in the woods,
Oh.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement
So
of that
we
cabin
started a new world?
is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
Oh.
nevertheless, let me assure you that, and before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up. It's no use unless you make your way up. A warning, she will we're not gonna go ignore. The interior of the blade is you take the blade from the table. The door to the base, her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as...
Don't let it fool you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs. She's so focused on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
See, what happens if we do?
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking.
You step forward. Your grip.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
What happens if we
So,
go through?
you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Now we will. Let's see what sort of
She's
monster
unarmed.
you are.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay, then slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more. Each impact
So we
as
just
heavy
get-
as that first bone-crushing.
So we both
shot.
die
We can
together.
Still turn this around.
Okay. We'll start with finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
And then we both die together.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, oh, nope, nope, nope. Load.
Are you serious? As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling. You lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, exhausted.
This is the end, isn't it?
Is this really the best you
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your... And then she brings her knee to your throat.
Ayo.
She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for breath.
It's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark.
Okay, so we die. Okay, we'll try to flee the basement.
Are you serious? It's a good idea. Fine.
Do you really think you...
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain.
So why the
as she
fuck
pulls
did you...
against them
Oh!
until finally, she's free. You push your broken body as she closes in, and just barely you close the base. Okay, you settle in. It isn't long before you start to drift off. Your eyelids.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
Wait, if you had all this power, why?
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of an... As she violently rattles the door, you do your...
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound... No.
Be so sure about outlasting me. You're so brittle, so go ahead.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Oh shit.
You try and stumble to your feet.
I still
as
would
the princess
smash.
draws near. It's as though your body simply stops. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here.
Your lungs stop drawing.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. I'm sorry. Everything goes dark. And you... You're here to slay her. If you
Okay. Let's see what happens with this.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath. Excuse me? Do you think, can you not feel all those ruptured organs? The two of you clash for the final time.
I
You
still
feel
want to
your
know why the
ribs
fuck I
break
have
as she
claws
delivers
and
a
why the
heavy
locked
blow.
door is such
You
a
push
problem.
through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
I don't know what it is with companies. Sorry, I'm about to go off on a little rant. And doing chibi figurines.
Oh.
Hiya. Though this one is cute, I am posting what I'm ranting about.
The two of you fall.
This?
The princess gasped.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder. Do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay.
So we'll keep that secret.
A warning. She will lie.
Lying.
Are you sure?
The point of the princess crystal.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. It's cold.
The blade is your implement.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or... You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second.
Now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting. No knife this time.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind. The door to the basement creaks open. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Oh no.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Wood!
A large shackle leading from her wrist to the... Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. But no little knife this time, huh? No. I hope you're not just here to chat.
You know what? You want a rematch?
No, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again? Or are you scared I'm going to put you down for good this time?
Alright, fine. If you're not going to address it, I will. What? You've already met the princess has already met you. The two of you killed each other. Did you think you'd be able to just openly talk about all that without me noticing? Maybe. You did seem to just gloss over the whole thing for a while. Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over it is one of the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. But enough is enough. I believe you. And that's all the more reason to take this. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. Of course I'm not so... You're joking, right?
Yeah, you better be joking.
Alright, alright. You could break your own... Where's the option where I say break your own self out? Like, I'm gonna go back to knife.
Then why are you just standing there? Fight me.
Okay. What the fuck is the attack?
I guess we'll have to see how this goes. Your hands empty, you charge the princess.
Quit the pessimism, will you?
Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her. No, look, I'm rooting for you, I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon. You're supposed to have a weapon.
Flirt fight, flirt fight.
We'll be fine. Just watch.
You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
Not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
Yeah. Yeah!
But without that knife, you'll...
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack. The wind leaves your
Aw,
lungs as
fuck.
you struggle for breath.
Wait, we still have a way to go back.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow.
See. Ha! The power of time travel.
You and the princess stay. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar. There's definitely... There isn't. Oh, but it does matter. I'm not lying. But there was... And now it's... You take the blade... The door to the base. Her fierce voice carries...
Is that another challenger?
This isn't what she sounded like last. Good. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you... As you descend the final step. Looks like she could rip those chains off.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little
Smash.
pieces.
Just all the way smash.
And why not? You decided what to do with me quickly enough last time. Are you scared I'm going to... If you want to talk, I guess I can talk. But...
Alright, fine. If you what? You've already met the mate. Of course I glossed you. Of course. Don't try to lie to me. Agreed.
Alright.
You look exactly the same. What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Oh, she's short and blunt. I like it. I like it.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better, mate.
Well, we're gonna go for this.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged, but she's unfazed by your onslaught. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't
let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic.
But don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win.
Okay, we're gonna save.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess. Do your best to outplay her, slashing this
Weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up. And oh,
she's throwing us around like a rag doll. I think.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own...
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around
Damn.
your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
Oh, time travel. Time travel. So chat, how is everyone's day today?
If that's your plan, then that's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck.
Just in case. Be aggressive, keep
The
pushing.
princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, You finally get it, don't you? Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other. Forever.
That's not what's going on. There's an entire world. Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. Your balance collides with your... We're fine. But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. I said we're fine. I didn't say you weren't fine. You might not have said as much, but you certainly... It really doesn't matter. The princess...
You forgot this.
She tosses it at your...
Oh, I'm kind of getting in.
I meant that nothing else matters. It's hard to describe. It's just a feeling that it's just us. That when we hurt each other, we're alive. And when that happens, everything else is gone. You feel it too, right?
No, we get it. We get it.
Great. It seems like both you and the princess have bought into some sort of shared delusion. Just make sure that whatever you're using for that song written in blood is mostly hers. I'm sorry, are you crying? Is she crying? Are you two not? That was some goddamn poetry!
I'm ready whenever you are.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead? As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and... it's over. No, it's not. We're just... But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few... Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up. Wait, no, that can't be right.
I'm gonna listen to the voice of the stubborn.
Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your... Ah! I told you. What about her? The blade went right through her heart. What about her? If we're fine... No, she's dead. Right. I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. Princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing. You know what to do. But she came back. What's the point of fighting? All of you need to settle down. Oh, we just missed her heart. Oh, well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong. I never said I knew.
Ah, this is getting interesting.
Nothing. But you did say it. Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world. And what is that supposed? I don't have to answer. Why the bloody hell not? Because right now... What? You did think it, didn't you? Yes. So I was. But I think it. No, you can't. And it was all. And what's. Oh, there's. Because it's time. Yes, I.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get up.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again.
We're all still here, isn't it?
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Oh?
Did we do this? Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right. It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still in.
I feel so tired.
Just in case I fuck up.
She's gone. And there's that mirror.
Wait. Actually, will stay true.
It is. Does...
The world didn't end.
I'm begging you, don't. This doesn't feel...
Screw the mirror.
Trophy. Is the entity that dwells in the space between...
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Wait.
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends? Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond.
Oh?
Perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
See, I think if we attack, it'll awaken her. So we'll try. What happens now?
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole.
Oh.
I have not lived. You ask of things that cannot be done. How can I know? More than you have found.
Okay, separate the timeline again. I want to attack the entity.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with this one.
Everything, until we meet again. She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
You're on a path in the. You're here to.
What changed?
You make your way up. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through. Ignore him.
Okay, now we gotta go through with the not bringing the knife.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your. The door to the pervert is hypnotizing. Don't let it. How many times do I.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down
Oh,
here
so
forever.
bringing the knife brings the tough princess.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around.
So, what if we do this?
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're. I hope you brought something to do.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Can I go back upstairs?
Thank you. You turn.
Where are you going? You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She has to be bluffing, but you rush up to the first. Okay. If we're sure, you slowly creep down the basement stairs. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm.
Whoa!
Its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger? Oh, you coward!
No. Why don't you come?
Your eyes dart. Where is she? You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
I can wait.
You do your best, but eventually... Come on. You step into the shadows. Her ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand.
Wow, I can't believe
This
she's
is the
just flipped the switch.
Isn't it? I'm afraid it. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. Everything goes dark, and you're here.
Alright.
A warning. She will lie as a cat. She could have gotten. That's a very roundabout way of saying maybe.
Come on, I just want the
The
smash
interior
ending.
of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for the blade. You walk up to... What are you talking? You reach forward, and now it's gone. No steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it. The door to the basement creaks. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying, she growls up the stairs.
I can smell.
She sounds almost impatient. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured, but the jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from... You see only a... Remember, she is certain... You're not. It doesn't matter what she is. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring...
I can hear your
The
heart
voice actress
pounding
did
from the bottom
amazing
of
at
the
it.
stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified.
A shiver rushes up. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Like that range, it's all the same voice actress, but like, oh, she does the different tones. It seems like it's a different person.
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous, the princess, lunges from the shadows. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble. I guess that's it then. Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you.
no.
Its slick surface
She
impossible
swallowed
to grip.
me?
Your hand,
You spoke when you needed to act.
the liquid pooling beneath you, starts to seep.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive...
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching.
Why do I
right
have
along with
claws?
her.
Why can't I just tear?
Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thud.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that we don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw? Tear through her before we are her.
You know what? Fuck it.
Oh,
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
that wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step, and then another, and then... And then... It's gone quiet, hasn't it?
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you. This place is cold.
Ah, so if I bring...
She's gone. And there's that mirror again. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Death. Real death.
I will be right back, chat. My knee. Oh. Alright, we're back.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wait. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Oh?
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Right? Well, come on, insert, but absolutely smash.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Like, she's so handy. Right?
You're on a path and you're here to... You make your way.
You should see the first
She will
princess
lie. We're not gonna go... Ignore him.
Wait, I wonder if she'll reappear.
The interior of the blade. You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh, her voice. This is my favorite princess.
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you. It's all... Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yes, dangerous is hot.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Oh.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare.
Damn straight.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really... You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking.
This
Are
is my
you
favorite princess.
Scared of me? Because you...
You step forward, your grip on the...
Oh? No talking then. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Ooh. What if we flirt fight?
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do...
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to
Spicy.
sidestep your thrust and deliver a cat. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Oh, we can't finish the job. We can't get back to that princess. What the fuck? But we can turn her into something different.
Serious? It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it fine. You make a map.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain as she pulls against them until finally they break.
That's
The
hot.
links clatter to the floor. She's free. Hurry. You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you.
Right?
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Oh shit, when I get my V2, I should get a nosebleed toggle.
Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in. It isn't long before you start to drift.
I know you're still there. Why
Oh,
don't you
that's
make
even
things
hotter.
easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. Huh? It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
Oh, wood,
She
wood,
sounds
wood,
terrifying.
wood.
Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Smash.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No.
These aren't threats. These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And I'll make sure you never see the light of day again.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can, and huddle. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Smash.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your
Serve
legs.
has it all right.
Whose side are you
100%.
on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth, lying about the facts of the situation.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
You can take all the time you want with me.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Well, we can still smash with my last dying breaths.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest.
Though I still choose Handlebar Princess better.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
There. I want all the princesses then. Well, this princess and Handlebar Princess. Maybe Beast Princess.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
A warning before you go any further.
What Outer God Princess?
She will lie.
I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone. The interior of the cabin is plain.
See.
The blade.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What happened to the door?
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. So deep breath in, deep breath out.
We should have taken the knife again. I don't think she's going to take an olive branch. We need something sharper.
You cross over the threshold, and on
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Oh shit, yeah, they are eyes.
the air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Oh.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game.
There's another branching option.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have. You make your way to the bottom of the. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks, suspended in nothingness. She could be anywhere.
Yeah, I hate the
and there's
narrator.
nowhere for us to hide. Are you really not? No, I'm not.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. We're going to
Please.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Find these nuts.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
Wait, what are you?
As the princess approaches,
Yeah,
your
wood.
legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly fall.
This is it, isn't it?
No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a... What did you do? Pull yourself together.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
You can play with me all night long.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate.
Heart, lungs, liver.
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
Liver.
What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function?
And then experience stops once more. Okay, whatever you were doing, please.
You sure about that?
You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure.
Heart.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping.
Oh, those
like a fish
hips.
is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because.
Well, how are we
fighting her
supposed to fight
isn't an
somebody
option
who's
right
fading in and out of existence?
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you?
Smash.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Let's see, can we talk our way out of this? Can we do talk no jutsu?
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
lungs, liver,
Oh.
nerves,
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
That's because something else is pumping.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
heart, lungs, liver.
She slowly runs her velvet. Hey, snap out.
Okay,
You're back.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
One
liver,
moment,
nerves,
and then
heart,
you're
lungs,
gone.
liver,
Just
nerves, heart,
like
lungs,
that.
liver, nerves,
Ah,
heart,
and
lungs,
there.
She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
nerves,
I've already done
lungs,
that.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me.
Lungs,
So I started to drag your body out with me, and then,
liver,
well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
heart,
Oh.
lungs, liver,
I don't think I can move without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs.
What? No!
Heart,
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen.
if do you think you could just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail?
Shit.
Lungs, liver,
With a
nerves,
flick of the princess's wrist,
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
heart, lungs, liver,
Smash.
the princess glides, but we don't.
nerves,
We've
heart,
already made our
lungs,
choice.
liver, nerves. We can still grab it on the way out.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive.
Right. Heart, lungs, liver.
You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Is this really worth it?
Heart, lungs, liver.
At least it's a choice.
Heart,
That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
liver,
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you.
lungs,
The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on
There
the
was
door.
no door before, though.
Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as though don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save
But
yourself.
but if I'm a
from
tormented
becoming
pet, I
her
can still
tormentor.
smash.
There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is, have you considered, your body no, I guess I have to do everything. Heart.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me.
Liver.
It's better for you that you didn't. Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. I guess we're not stabbing her in the... I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
He deserves it.
And now you open the door.
There's nothing else for us to... The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard. You've actually doomed everyone.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it.
Heart. Lungs.
But it's so cold, too.
Nerves.
It's itching against my skin.
Liver. Nerves. Heart.
Why is it so cold?
Liver. Nerves. Heart.
No, you ever. It's time to leave.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a... But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's calling us. And not in a good way. What is that supposed to mean? Can't even trust us.
Wait, we're withering?
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
So we're slaying a princess Cthulian or Lovecraftian outer being, I'm guessing?
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Can we get a smash ending?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me? It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
There's something else I'm guided by. I don't think it's compassion. And it rhymes with corny.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truth. Perhaps this will change when our work is done. I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say. We will know when we. If you need time, then I will wait with you. You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
I will smash for all eternity.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand. You'll always come
Oh wait, this is
back
gonna
to the
send me in an
box,
existential crisis.
because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side.
You will be waiting for me by my side. You just crashed the game, you bitch.
You have returned to me, though you were gone mere moments.
Oh,
I never left your side.
that was a feature. Yeah, still hot. That's cool. How did you self-terminate?
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Okay, what if I just decide to...
Seriously? You're just... Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away. Good. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You're really keen. Killing is such a gauche phrasing and completely ignores the bigger picture. Your task is to slay the princess because she's terrible and she's really got it coming. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you... Oh, would you look at that? There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived as well. And here we go. As you trudge
Yeah,
into
we're
the
going
woods
back
first,
in the woods.
But
I
as you
choose-
focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick.
You asshole narrator.
In every direction, there is a path. and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins, desperate. Wait, but you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. A warning. She will lie, she will cheat.
Oh my god,
She
there's
will
so
do
many
everything in
branching
her power to stop
pathways
you
when
from
you think,
slaying
oh
her.
my fuck.
Don't. If we're stuck going, ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake. Let's keep an open. The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a
But if
foot
we
there,
grab the knife,
such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
she becomes the aggressive princess that we can't
The
fight.
only furniture of note is a plain
That I
table,
wanna smash.
its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature. The blade is your implement. If he wants us to take... No, I've already... You can't just say that. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts
Oh wait, we got
as
another...
facts and to guide you through
Oh
your
my god,
job,
this is skit...
which is to slay the princess and through that action...
Wait, that might
save
be
the
offensive.
entire world.
No, I'll just go with this is schizo.
And if you're going to... Oh, you've piqued my interest. What? Nothing. Just... How? I'm not going to... Yes. What you're saying here
Oh,
is
God.
obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really... Okay, good. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems... The air here has a... If the princess lives here...
By the way,
staying
Blue,
here is probably
sir,
doing
how
her
was your
favor.
Friday? Aria, how's your Friday?
Her voice.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Well, is this the everything princess?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a... I don't want to do... We don't even have a weapon. But we already... And what's that? The fate of the world hinge... They'll still... You step onto the center stair. You concentrate on... And so you take one... But no matter the direction it goes, you slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears. Physical sensations dull and then vanish. Consumption and betrayal. Skepticism and blind devotion. Rivalry and
What the
submission,
hell?
Terror and longing. Pain and unfamiliarity.
Can I help you?
Oh, we found it.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And, why are we here? He's just...
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
What?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. Where there was once just one of her,
This is a
there's
mind
now
fuck.
another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's again.
Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until it's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. Whatever you saw... Ooh, new plan! Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Princess, it doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
Why is there... Why is that...
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again.
Fracture, princess.
I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. How would we even do that? Where would we... We'd always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to... I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly...
Is this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me... Oh, don't be coy. We both know why.
So the
I walked
objective
away
here to get this ending
You're a
is to...
monster. The second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Oh, this one speaks the truth.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. I just want to live my life. I'm not going to dance for you. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Hey, yo.
Not a single real answer. At least a snooze button. Not exact. This is... But how do we decide what to do? Stop. Just...
Okay, now...
Wait. That's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying.
Oh, so one of us tries to free her, one of us gets the blade, and...
incomprehensibly many
Ah.
directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit
I still
right
would
now.
smash.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Ah, now we've got a what?
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
This is so clever. Why did I put this game off for so long?
It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
I'm trying to fix her.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
What?
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
There we go.
She's gone. Where did she go? And is that a mirror? This.
Hey, we
this
were
doesn't
withered
feel right.
last
It feels
time.
Different. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like.
Oh, so we change each time. I don't know, that wasn't my favorite princess.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Hopefully we can smash when we get there.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond? I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours. There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last. If I did, I would already be awake.
Damn you and your riddles.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Wait.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ooh, nice.
You're here to slay her. You make your way up. A warning.
All right, let's
Before
go
you
find a
rushing
nice
the line, We're not going to go
princess.
through with. Ignore him.
I think we had the best
interior of
chemistry
cabin is
with the
almost
fighter.
entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This, her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is
I want to save her.
Don't. How many times do
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
you walk down the stairs? I am begging you to stay. You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a... No. You're doing the right. You walk up to the chains binding the print. They're large and heavy. Far too...
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Well, you don't really need the key because we've seen you snap the chain off the fucking wall.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost... If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of... Is someone else here? Your shouts, and I'll repeat. You try the door.
We have claws. We could probably shred the door.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like
Yeah,
you
but
were
if I take
supposed
the
to.
blade, she becomes somebody entirely different.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Maybe we can chew her
I
arm
heard
off.
the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Oh, never
raising her
mind.
arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As
That's
she
hot.
rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens. Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she did. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythm. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, wait, watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, but the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a Stop it! Stop trying. The blade! Move as your body remains frozen.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the...
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead.
Oh no!
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path. You're here to slay her. A warning. She will... If only... Forget he said anything. But he is... Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. I do. But I also speak from the heart. My passions are...
The simp ending, I hope.
Don't pay their bickering any mind.
They pray.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries. The blade is your implement. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. But it's still a stone basement. A soft voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all... You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you. She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
That almost sounds like Johnny Depp. Especially from the, what was that one movie, Dark Shadows, where he's the vampire?
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe.
but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on, if she actually ended a world, are you sure we never saw a world end? And now
Yep.
I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and— Are you listening to him? He's lost it.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic— No, you're right.
You died, and now we're talking.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Yeah, we're gonna arrest
No,
you.
I can't let you. You're what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain
I'm enjoying
titanic
this.
depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Aw.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
How dark is this gonna get?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Booba.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Let me guess. Spoken with the rank.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You're so gullible. He's the only thing you've.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
No.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
The simp ending I wanted all
You and
along.
the princess walk. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you...
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the
So we're just gonna
strength
power
true
of love through the door.
Enough with this true love. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? I'm just along for the ride at this.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs. The blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the... You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
And I hate you too, narrator.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Wait, we have feathers. What are we?
She's gone. Where did she go? And is that a... What is that supposed to mean? Do it, then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
A bird.
I think you know what I am.
What the hell?
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically. You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
Ah, so we have limited questions to ask.
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
I think the best course.
You were, and it was by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore. I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
But I want to smash. Even if I destroy the universe.
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it.
So wait.
Slay her, rid
Wait.
the world of death and suffering.
No. Part of life is death and suffering. You remove that, then there's no point in life.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time's up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away.
What the fuck?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Wood.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
So many options.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation? Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch.
I want to leave.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you. I love you.
I chose Smash.
It's magnificent.
Oh, we beat it. Or played it. Which means Bloodborne. I like this game. And I highly recommend a playthrough. Holy. Alright. Now let me set up the capture card. As I change the title. I may temporarily end and restart stream. I gotta stop. It's sponsored by Bloodborne. Although I wish to be. Alright. Starting and stopping stream. In 3, 2, 1.